In his book, The 15 Laws of Growth, John Maxwell talks about the fact that the longer you and I wait to do something right now, the greater the odds that we will never do it. Does that hit you as hard as it hit me? What I hear there is that word procrastination, fear, ignorance. John talks about in his book, there's different gaps that stop people from growing. He talks about the superstar people that are at a level of excellence, no matter what they do, are people who are growing and really intentional about growing. As a matter of fact, that's the first law, the law of intentionality. And one of those gaps that he talks about that gets in our way is what's called the assumption gap. And the assumption gap is that I will grow automatically. Well, if we've been on the planet enough, we know that's not going to happen. We know that we have to work to grow. And what's so interesting about that is even though we know that, it doesn't mean that most people have a growth plan, because they don't. If you and I walked along the street and had a microphone in our hand and went up to someone and said, "Hi, I'm Bart, and you're Terry. Hey, Terry, what's your growth plan?" Most people will say, "What's that?" They don't know what a growth plan is. So we know that having an intentionality is critical, but we're not going to grow if we don't have an intentional plan in place. Another gap that gets in our way is the knowledge gap, where we think, well, when I have enough knowledge, then I'll grow. But again, I go back to those situations in business where people get promoted and they don't do anything to grow themselves. If they don't do anything to grow themselves, they're certainly not going to serve others. Remember maybe another couple videos ago, we talked about the reality that the number one thing is we have to ask ourselves the question, what am I doing to grow myself? And number two, what am I doing to grow others? Hey, man, you can't wait. Now is the time to grow. What are you doing to grow? Let's work together. Let me be your partner in this. Come join one of my MasterMind groups where like-minded people get together and talk with intention and authentically, and they grow together. Click the link below to get more information. I'd love to have you in the community.